Well, so the game started with the Super Falcons working hard to see if they can change things. Back with the ball into the box. Again, Shemak out with a push out there. And they continue with a push, and Kanu China also tried. And Khadija also came to rescue things up. Second half started already. The Nigerians were looking at the red card to Anyinde. And she was a little bit surprised when the card came in because she didn't know what she did. And then there was another ball into the box, and nearly got the goal there for the Moroccans, and launching with that one. And Nigeria got the goal here through Kano Uchena. And then the Nigerians felt that they were going in. The moment had come there. It was a quality ball delivered by Ajibade into the box there, and then a little bit of a touch there, get to a side post. And it was Uchena Kano with that one, but the quality of the cross into the box there was amazing. And then they continue there. See Ayani got his ball into the box. Chemaka couldn't deal with it. To get it down for the Moroccans. The equalizing goal was a lovely piece of counter-attack football there from the Moroccans. They continued from that moment where Ayani and Sudi and Chebak, and it was Jibade with this one. We have confirmed the red card for Jibade. She is off. The tournament is off for her, and the game ended. Went to the extra time already. A lot of opportunity there for the Moroccans, trying their best there. Shamaka saving the situation, and these were some moments where the Moroccans felt that Ayani could have given them the second. They kept pushing. They kept pushing. They kept pushing. This was a quality time where we were looking to see how the thing was going to happen. And so it ended here with a penalty shootout. And it was missed there by Onomonu and Khadija Singh with this one. But this is in the final. And you can see the celebration. And show so excited there to get a team to the final for the very first time.
A big one there, Super Falcons of Nigeria. Well, they tried their best. They were gallant in that particular match against Morocco, but a tough one because they lost out on penalty shootout in that particular encounter. They are talking about the event that happened just yesterday in Morocco, WAFCON, Women Africa Cup of Nations, that took place there between Nigeria and Morocco, the host nation. 45,000 attenders in that stadium. It was a big one there. Welcome you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe, where we'll be looking at that particular game, really looking at what happened around the world, around the coach and the entire squad. What really went wrong, even though they fought hard, 9 against 11 in that game. I have with me Lawale Peters from my far left-hand side. Good to have you.
Good morning, Adeni. It's a pleasure to be here.
And good one to also have Busayo Oluokere here too.
It's always the time to talk sport. Good morning.
Well, we just saw that game there, Super Falcons versus Atlas Lionesses of Morocco. It was a big, big match. They fought very hard. They did everything they could do, 9 against 11, and everything went down.
Yeah, a good match. And in our hearts, the Super Falcons, they won the match. That's the truth. They won the match in our hearts. That's one thing about the game of football. Even if you are losing a match, how did you lose that match? We lost that match, not because we don't deserve to win the match, but because of the lack of technicality of our so-called coach. Sincerely, a record is meant to be broken. That's the truth. We've played 71 matches at the WAFCON. That is Super Falcons. They've won 56.
Out of 71.
Out of the 71. They won 56. They drew 8, and we lost only 6. So that is a record for other countries to meet or to beat. This is the 12th edition. We've won it 9 times. Guinea have won it twice. So that shows that it will take, and the competition is every 2 years, right? So that means it will take another African countries 18 good years if they are going to win it consistently to meet our whole record. So no issue about what happened yesterday. But going forward, we can't go to the World Cup with this team and with this coach. I don't understand the reason why you are playing a match, a decisive match like that, and you are 1 man down, and you did not make any substitution. You crossed your hand, you crossed your leg as if you lost everything. You don't even know what to do again. I've never seen that before. And you have people on the bench that you can bring in fresh leg
To change the game.
to change the game. After the first red card was given to Alimat Ainde, who was our Sunday Olise in the midfield yesterday. The best thing to do for someone that knows what he's doing as a coach is to do what? To change your formation. We started with 4-3-3. They won't stop us from doing 4-4-1. Block the defense, the midfield, block it instead of using 3, make it to be 4 people in the midfield. Then you keep someone up front. Who do you need to keep up front? Why should we continue using Ifeoma Ononome? All the time, this girl, she is tired. She has nothing to offer. You have Monday Gift. Sincerely, when he comes back to the country, we have to ask him that question. What beef does he have with Monday Gift? We saw what she did when she came.
That shot.
Only her, she ran from outfield up to the post. 4 people. So that's what you need. You need fresh. Odega was on the bench. What stopped you from bringing these 2 fresh legs to come in and complement? Sincerely, the girls, they gave it out. In our heart, they won the match, but the coach made us to lose the match. Sincerely, as far as I'm concerned, when it's come back, I think they should even prepare a sack letter, because this, it can't take us to the World Cup. Sincerely, in fact, Gallant Troy is better than him. That's the truth. It's seriously annoying. If you see the way the girls they played yesterday, if you see, I have a friend who watched the match in Morocco
live,
that up to this morning, the girls, they couldn't speak to anybody.
Oh my God.
It's like a funeral to them. So what they did yesterday, it was their individual performance. Not that the coach have done anything. Sincerely, it is very annoying, but I'm very proud of them. In fact, they deserve a very, and we are playing in the 3rd place with Zambia. Whatever happened, probably we're going to win the bronze, and that's one thing that we've not won before. We've won the gold medal before, we've won the bronze before. We won silver before. Maybe this is the time for us to win the bronze. Whatever happens, I'm very proud of them.
Good one there, and the fact that the ladies actually qualified for the World Cup, at least, like I always say, what the men couldn't do, the ladies did it gallantly for Nigeria. Someone was saying if it was to be Super Eagles, it was Super Eagles that actually lost that game, or 1-1, and later they had 9 men against 11. We just forget about the match. And truly, do you agree with that?
No, I won't want to agree with that, but Randy Wardrum showed why so many Nigerians has called him a Nuga coach in terms of what he does in the US.
He's a
collegiate coach, and now you're comparing it to Nuga games here in Nigeria. For me, this is why I keep saying, when you are in the system, even though I'm not a coach by profession, I kept some things involved. Before that yesterday's game, on my system, I was playing a football manager, and I discovered that they will play out the antics of our players getting a red card in that game. So I decided to see,
which is normal with Africans.
Look at so many things that worked. The laser light, nobody's even talking about that. And I don't know why CAF and FIFA has not been talking about this. The same laser light made Salah miss out a penalty against the Senegalese national team in the World Cup qualifier. FIFA needs to work out all these disadvantages when these guys are playing in front of their fans. I don't know, like he said, Randy Wardrum, so look at him standing there, just crossing his hand and looking at the game. You had a bench. I said it last week, Tuesday, when I was here, I said, Randy, before he left Nigeria, I was with him, I said, Randy, your midfield structure, Alimatu Ayinde, Okobi, Christy Uchebe. I don't know what Rita came to do in that field at all yesterday. I don't know. And I've never seen how you bring out, Rita was, you had Monday Gift. You had Regina Otu, who is a defensive midfielder who will solidify the midfield. Change your formation, but he kept on playing Ifeoma Onumonu. Then why did you go to the tournament with the highest goal scorer in the Polish league, talking about Chinoyerem McLean? She has been sitting on the bench for Onumonu to play. Onumonu was tired. You need a player who will run them off, who will use our body physical structure to hold on the defense. But you kept her on the bench. Randy deserves the query in this game. Randy deserves to be, I don't know if the NFF will look at him to be sacked, because it shows that the technicality of this game, it doesn't have it. Look at Reynald Pedros. 2018, he was the FIFA Coach of the Year. 2019, he won 2 Women's UEFA Champions League. He won 2 league titles with Lyon. That's a coach. that we need in our system. Not a coach that rejected us in 2017 before we employed Thomas Zenebi as the coach, who took us to the Nations Cup in 2018. And again in 2020, you are bringing him back. That means somewhere along the line, people in the NFF need to be queried about the decision of employing Randy Wardrum. And somebody was saying that when you get a Randy coach, will you get the Randy results? But we've gotten that result yesterday. It's so sad.
We've been talking concerning Super Falcons' performance. Really, the ladies were very gallant on their own individually. They came like a team. Even though they were down with 2 ladies, they still went up to fight. They fight a very good fight. They fought very hard till the end before they actually lost along penalty shootout. It was a big one for them, considering what they did against Morocco, having about 45,000 people in attendance in that game supporting the home team. Yet our ladies did us proud by getting to the penalty spot. Now, looking at let's even separate the issue of Randy a bit. Let's talk about the team from the way it is now. The World Cup that will be coming up in Australia and New Zealand. If we want to get it right, it is time to really check. Aside the issue of coaching now, if maybe they will sack him or they will remove, I don't know what they will do before World Cup, because anything can still happen. But if they bring in a coach, or maybe it will still be the one to continue, that squad, I think it's high time Randy Wardrum or whoever is coming needs to remove some, not outrightly, but need to put in some new legs.
Okay, you see our problem in this country, we forget history so soon. Let's go back to the 90s when we dominated Africa when it comes to women. This same Moroccan team, the first time we played them in Kaduna, we won them 8-0. That was in 1998. In the year 2000, we met them again in South Africa. We won them, we trashed them. Don't let me use the adjective won. Trashed them 6-0.
The same Morocco.
The same Morocco. So we played them twice and we scored 14 goals. And look at what happened before the red card yesterday. We struggled. So what does that mean? That means that people are catching up with us. That is the truth. You can't do, so you have to up your game. And I've said it before, it is much difficult to maintain success than to maintain failure, because people will be looking at you that you're already on the ground, they don't care about you again. So what do we need to do now? The 2 teams that are beating us in this competition, go and look at the age bracket, the age band.
Of their players.
They are very young. The pace, we struggle to catch up with their pace yesterday. The first 10 minutes, we couldn't play at all. We couldn't play the first 10 minutes yesterday. It was around 12 and 13 minutes that we were able to pick, and so that shows that they got tired. We use our experience. So the first thing that we need to do is we have to go back to the history. What do I mean by the history? If you look at a national team that is doing very well, that means they are getting their grassroots team involved in their national team. I'll give you an example. This same Super Falcon, Messi Akede, Perpetual Kocha,
Florence Omagbemi,
all of them, they are home-based players, and they delivered. The team delivered. Let's go to Egypt. Before the influence of the likes of Salah and Co., most of their players used to be from Samalek,
even till now.
But now,
only few.
Now they've even diluted it. Before it used to be like almost 90%.
Yeah.
Look at Spain when they won the World Cup. Apart from Fabregas,
was playing in Arsenal.
In Arsenal, then
everybody was
playing. So that is what we need to do in this country. We have the like of Flourish Sebastian.
On the 20?
Yes.
On the 20?
Esther.
Why are you not making use of them? That is the way forward for us now. Look at these young players and coach them, train them, change their psychology, their mentality, their confidence. I can do it, Nigerian spirit, then we'll go far. Because all this tired leg, I'm scared and I'm afraid. If you go to the World Cup, we'll repeat the same feat that we play 3 matches without scoring a goal. And we'll just come back like that. And honestly, sincerely, I don't have anything personal against the current NFF, but they have nothing. They've done nothing. They've offered us nothing in terms of football administration in this country. Why must we get foreign coach all the time? Are they interested in paying people with dollar or what? Seriously, Adeniyi, I'm seriously angry with the NFF with the way they are running football administration in this country, because we deserve better. So not that Randy deserves a query. Even the NFF,
they deserve a query.
Not
But
even
who will
query.
query them now?
They don't even deserve a query. They deserve a bye-bye.
Oh my goodness.
So sincerely,
And
that's
let's see, maybe that will happen in September. Hopefully. Let's see.
What's happening in September?
Maybe the election will come up. We don't know yet.
Maybe the election will come up. Now, they started selling the form.
No.
And we're in
We're in July now.
They've not started selling the form, right? So what about the screening?
They would, Nigerian.
No, but there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors towards that. I word my voice because I said on a radio program this morning, and I said one of the things that kills our game is the structure. I want to borrow the words of Olale saying that the psychology of the team. Every coach nowadays believes that the standard of our game in the league cannot be compared to what we have in the other climes. Yeah. And football is changing. One of the reasons I don't know, Randy knows Onumonu very well because she's in the US. Macklin plays in the Polish league. How many times does this see Randy, Macklin
plays?
So maybe one of the reasons why he kept her, just stay there, I know you can still do something. She has done well in this tournament for me. Onumonu, she gave us across for Rashida Ajibade. If the ball has gone into the next.
Now, let me caution you. Take that. Let's look at that particular challenge because a lot of people are really dwelling on does it worth a red card or not? No. The one from Alimatu that cost us a red card. But for Rashida's a yellow card. Because if you had given a yellow card to the one on Ohali, that's where this particular
CAF is not showing the one on Ohali.
Yes.
I've tried to check all the clips.
They refuse to show. I've checked that most of the chances that will at least the red that will have, or rather the blowing that will have favor us. If you go online now, you will see most of this.
Because the person in the van is a Nigerian.
No, you see what happened. Let's be sincere with ourselves. We don't do profiling in this country. Before the match, this same referee, a lot of people are very concerned about her. Yes. Before the match, we've done the profiling that it's not going to work in our favor. So that means we are going to play against 13. I mean, sorry, 13.
The fans, the 12,
the referee too. So we're supposed to prepare ourselves mentally and psychologically ready, just like we did against Cameroon when we played them in the last competition that we won them on the semi-final. So we didn't prepare ourselves psychologically. What do we mean? We have to be disciplined. Disciplined in the sense that even if I look at you, the referee can say, no, you are abusing and threatening me, I'm giving you a red card. Yeah. So they have to prepare them towards that. To me, that Ajibade foul, it's a red card offense. That's the truth. But the one for Alimatu Ainde, I don't think it's a red card. And that is why you will see them that they are not showing that one repeatedly the way they are showing Ajibade's own. That's the truth. That is the truth.
I was listening to the Super Sports correspondent and he was saying, really, what does CAF or the officiating actually have against Nigeria? Because some of those things he saw yesterday, you could say that to some extent, it was like, even though, yes, Nigeria is out, but to some extent, you could see that there are some factors that Nigeria does not go forward from this place.
Not only Nigeria. If you watch the
Zambia, South Africa, same thing.
That penalty that they gave South Africa in the 94th minute, it wasn't a penalty. It was outside the box 18.
But the collision was inside.
Inside. But you look at the ball, you don't look at it. So that's what you have a VAR. You have a VAR. What are they checking? Popcorn. Or what? No, what are they really checking?
They didn't even call the referee on the foul on Ohale.
Yes.
You just show the yellow card and you're not going to your VAR. But immediately it's Nigerians, you run straight. From there I knew the girls had to just play with the 13 man on the field, the referee and the officials, because the 12 fans, the noise there yesterday inside that stadium. Sincerely, if you are not careful at times, you will lose your grip. The intimidation is very much, but they kept their cool. They were ready to play. They came out, but our Randy coach.
Now, looking at that squad, from the way it is now, even if I'm going to add new legs, Falcons, they are going for the World Cup in Costa Rica. Flamingo are going to India. So it means it's after their World Cup that we'll be able to pick maybe from them, the Flamingos, the Falcons, to at least join. That if it's going to happen. I'm not because I'm not sure if they will pick the best from Falcons and Flamingos to at least complement the effort of these, I don't want to call them outgoing, but aging Super Falcons. So that at least from now they begin to at least understudy them before the World Cup. Who knows? We can pick, see like 3 or 4. They're looking one in our league. There are likes of a lot of Monday gifts in our league here. If you go around all the teams in the Nigerian Women Football League, you can all tell me you can pick 10 solid players that can stand in for Nigeria. We can.
Okay, and that's where I'm actually going to here. The Falcons, the Flamingos, they are going to the World Cup. So what about our local players here in the domestic league? You can't tell me they cannot get 1 or 2 defenders to start with. Let's look at all the departments. From the defense, you can't tell me that in all the leagues,
the teams in Nigeria,
you cannot get 1 or 2 solid defenders that are hungry for success, that can go into the team. You can't tell me you don't have any midfielders, you don't have any attackers. No, that's not the issue. The issue is
Wardrobe.
I don't even want to Randy. Let's call it Randy. Let's say Randy is this staying in the country to watch these players, just like you rightly put. He knows Ononome because they are both in US. So you are watching it. It's like you are watching Premiership, and you just sit there and say, "Kai, man, England, they are going to win the World Cup." You are deceiving yourself because you are used to them. You know their name. You watch them week in, week out. But that is not the reality on ground. That is the mentality that he has. If he has had the time to go around to watch the Nigerian Women League, you will have seen that we have a lot of talent that we are not making use of. Sincerely, we have them in this country. Until we go back to that route, we will continue to complain and lamenting like this. And foreign coach, sincerely, since 1991 and up to date, we've had 30 foreign coaches.
With the Super Falcons.
With Super Falcons. And 2 of them came during this administration.
And they've disappointed.
And they've disappointed us.
No, Randy, Thomas
Deneby
actually won it. Went to the World Cup.
What did he win for us?
Nations Cup.
We've not won it before. I'm talking about them coming to give us what we have not done
Indigenous
before.
coaches have won it 8 times.
8 good times. And our best result in the World Cup was quarterfinal.
From indigenous coach.
So that, now, let me ask you this question, honestly, both of you. Do you think this Randy will take us to the World Cup and we'll get to the quarterfinal?
Well, that's if he will be taking us there. I don't know if he will be there still, but anything can happen. You know, Nigerian football. Before you know it now, they'll say, okay, after all, he got us to semi-finals and blah, blah, blah. Okay, let him just continue what he has started building. He will do it.
No, but you know, I said it here last week that he said his project in Nigeria is 10 years. Before
10 what?
Randy.
He said 10 years.
10 years.
Okay, maybe he wants to coach one of the teams in the league.
No. But not the Super Falcons.
10 years. That shows that maybe that could be a secret deal anyway. I don't know. For him to say, okay, I will stay. Or maybe it's not Super Falcons. You know?
No, he said that is his project.
No, he said his project in Nigeria.
Okay.
Not his project in Super Falcons.
It could be his organizing, what they call it, academy in Nigeria. It's possible. Let's not go there. Good one there. We've been talking about Super Falcons' performance against Morocco. Tough one for the ladies. But yet, despite that, Nigerians celebrate them because they were really gallant in that game. The players, they did everything they could. Yes, they really did us proud. They are now they're facing Zambia on Friday in the 3rd place match that will be coming up, and we just believe that our ladies will be able to hold their head high as they play against Zambia in that particular game. Before we go quickly, let's run through some transfer stories. Starting from home scene, Bayelsa Queens appoints Domo Okara as acting coach after Moses Aduku's departure. Aduku departed that team to join Edo Queens, and now they appoint Domo Okara as their acting coach. From there, we talk about Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid contacts Cristiano Ronaldo's agent over signing the forward from Manchester United. Let's see if this one will work out, because all these teams have been saying they don't want him. Chelsea, Bayern, PSG all came out saying no, but now Atletico, let's look at what's going to happen concerning that deal. Chelsea agrees personal terms. We use Conde in the 46.7 million offer to Sevilla. Barcelona came in, but it seems Chelsea actually holding on to their own grip concerning that player. And Paulo Dybala agrees deal to join Roma on a reduced salary. We actually mentioned yesterday, but now on a reduced salary. Napoli offered more, but he said he spoke with Jose, and Jose convinced him to be with him, and he would prefer to be with the sleeping giant rather than going to Napoli.
Well, anyway, if you are a player and you have the opportunity of speaking with Mourinho, it will convince you, because this is a coach that has won almost everything. And he has the mouth to convince you to come. So that's it. Then concerning Ronaldo, sincerely, I still don't know the reason why this man is rejecting the offer from Not Man U, the offer
From that Saudi Arabia.
Arabia.
But the club, a club came out that they are not the one. Maybe the real club have not spoken yet.
Yeah. Exactly. And honestly, I think whatever the issue is, it's better off in Manchester United than Atletico Madrid. Wherever Ronaldo is now, he wants to control the dressing room. That's the truth. And he can't find
He wants to play in the Champions League.
Exactly. So
he said something. He said, I think his agent said that how would Ronaldo be sitting down to watch player play in the Champions League? That has never happened, and that is why he's sticking his leg that he wants to play
in the team
that plays in the Champions League. For me, I think Ronaldo will move before the end of the season.
Let's see what will be happening concerning that. Olawale Peters and Busayo Oluokere has been in the studio talking concerning our sporting stories across the world. Good one there. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
short.
Good one, very short.
Very short. Before we started it.
It's better to be short and more scintillating than to be long and boring. Good one there. Sport is always business and fitness. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.